Important runs from Alex Barrow and Chawla saw Somerset move just ahead of their host Middlesex on the first ever crucial LV County Championship match at both ends of the First Division table at Lords. Having won the toss and made first use of a pitch well towards the mound stand side of the ground, the visitors started a little sketchily, but Nick Compton and Marcus Trescothick also found plenty of balls to score off. That's what they needed as they came into this match in the bottom two of the First Division table with only 4 games to go to try to get themselves out of the relegation trouble. Middlesex, on the other hand, needed to win to keep alive their title hopes after losing their last match against a resurgent Derbyshire. Trescothick utilised the short boundary by clearing it off James Harris as the opening partnership reached 79. Compton had made 31 of those against his former county, but he then flashed a cut off Neil Dexter to Sam Robson 20 minutes before lunch. By the time the famous Lord's luncheon was being tucked into, Trescothick had reached his 5th 50 of the summer, this one being made off 79 balls with 8 fours and that 1 6 contained within. Was this the day that the 37-year-old was going to at last make it to 3 figures for the first time this season? Tim Murtagh made sure that the answer to that was no, as he trapped the former England man in front for 64, the wicket falling at 116 for 2. Somerset's problems this summer have often come from their batsmen who've just not been consistent enough. They have talent in abundance, and that includes Chris Jones, who started to put bat to ball in partnership with James Hildreth as they added a further 23 runs for the 3rd wicket. Hildreth has certainly not had his most memorable season, and on 7 this time he gave Dexter his 2nd wicket with a nick behind to John Simpson. Jones, in only his 3rd match of the campaign, played nicely and kept things moving in the right direction for his team. And he was rewarded with his first half-century of the summer, one made off 76 deliveries with 7 fours. He was starting to help his side push towards their first batting bonus point of the match, a good thing for a side who've secured fewer of those than any other team in the First Division. Jones would have been pleased to have the informed Craig Kieswetter in at the other end. He lofted Ollie Rayner for a 6 before the innings started to unravel once again. On 58, Jones gave Dexter his 3rd success of the day with an edge behind. And then 3 more wickets fell for 5 runs in the space of 5 overs. Kieswetter on 31 went after Ravi Patel but yorked himself. Craig Michaelis somehow dragged his foot out of the crease to be stumped by Simpson off the same bowler before he'd scored. And Lewis Gregory, in for the injured Peter Trigo, was sharply taken by Robson off Rayner for a couple. So suddenly Somerset had slipped to 211 for 7 and Middlesex would have fancied their chances of getting them out quickly. But Chawla had other ideas as he immediately went for his shots. While he played the most entertaining innings of the day, Barrow added perhaps the most important one. His side had lost all 7 of their wickets for 132 runs, and they now needed someone to dig in to stop the rot. Barrow did more than that actually, as he produced some telling shots which started to turn this vital first day the way of his teams and not Middlesex's. With him doing his job ideally and Chawla continuing to attack, this being his 2nd 6 and the 4th of the day, a very handy partnership was being built, much to the frustration of the home side. Barrow, a former schoolmate of Joss Butler, was first to his 50. It was his 2nd of the summer, one where he's been called in as an emergency replacement from time to time, and this one came off 85 balls, that being his 8th 4 as the host couldn't take advantage of the new cherry. Chawla, in just his 2nd match for the county, needed 64 deliveries for his half-century. He got to it with 2 fours and 3 balls off Murtagh, just after Somerset had passed 300, an important score for them to add a 3rd bonus point. With things tight at the bottom, every point is so valuable for the strugglers at the moment. In 26 overs together, this pair put on a significant 107 runs for the 8th wicket, only for Barrow to go LBW to Gareth Berg 15 minutes before the close. We will wait to see how valuable his runs are. By the close, Somerset had made 332 for 8, with Chawla still there on 58. A fourth batting bonus point is there for the taking now, while Somerset won't have given up on the maximum amount if Chawla, Alphonso Thomas and Jamie Overton can make hay on the second morning.